welcome back to the channel. So today is going to be a face-off between a commercial export heritage porter and my homebrew export heritage porter. The beers, well, I could put a little video here. So it's a Nevermore by Adnams and Thornbridge, India Porter, 5% ABV. And then you've got my Black Sea Porter, which is a heritage porter, like a Crimean 1800s recipe. Same idea as the India one, basically got hops in it, and that's 6%. So what's going to happen is, I'll be blindfolded. I've got an assistant who will pour the drinks while I'm blindfolded. I'll taste them. I'll try and say, you know, if I can spot any differences and which one I think is homebrew, which one I think is commercial. And let's see where we go from there. So, back in a minute. Okay, so, right, I'm going to blindfold myself. My assistant, or my wife, is going to pour the drinks. One's in the keg, one's in the can. I'm going to hear the hiss of the can, but I have no idea which glass it's going to go in. We've got two glasses. One's a clear looking glass. One's got the green on it. So I won't have a clue. I'm just going to cover my eyes and then she can go. So I'd probably just look really stupid now. Stood here with a purple looking mask on, waiting. Okay, blindfold off. Whoa, and we're back. Right, so straight away, there's one in the clear glass, and there's the second one in the green glass. Both got similar looking head. This one looks a bit more red. A little bit, saying that one's settling down a little bit now, so that is as well. So very similar in colour. This one's just slightly lighter. You can see that red there, that redness just coming through there. You can just see that tinge. This one is a bit like just slightly getting that red tinge there as well. So both heritage style beers, both export porters, look very similar in the glass. I haven't got a clue whose is whose. Let's guess. So the green glass, let's have a... Okay, it smells a little bit boozy. You can get the malt. Straight away I'm thinking that's mine, only because I know the malt bill. It's got a sweetness to it, boozy, sweet. Let's try and get a better smell on that. I'm not getting that. Not really picking up much on the hops at that, unless there's a little bit of floral there, to be honest. But it's boozy and sweet on the aroma. Okay, I should have got a glass of water really, so I can. So this is the clear glass. Again, it looks very similar, just slightly lighter in colour. Now that, I'd say straight away that's got a commercial smell to it, as in it's got that, it's got a sweetness to it, but it's got a slight, you know, you can tell commercial beer. It's got, yeah, slight sweetness. It's not a massive difference. Between the two. That one's slightly sweeter, I'd say. If I'm right in saying that's mine wasn't many malts in that. I followed the heritage recipe. That smells like it may have some caramel malts, which weren't used back in the 1800s. It was brown malts and there's dark black malts and pale malts. So yeah, still looking okay though, both of them. Let's I'll try the clear glass first. This is the lighter coloured. You can tell there's hops there. A little bit thin, So now I'm not 100% sure if that is mine, but you're definitely getting the hops there. The aroma is still got the sweetness. There's a slight coffee there in the aroma. There's a slight background of coffee, but I think the hops are coming through more on this, and the malt has taken a back seat. So definitely getting the hops there. Taste, I don't think that's American hops. It's more like a English hop, which is now making me wonder if that's mine, because mine's got English hops. Let's have a drink of water. Try and be as professional as I can, Go for the green glass. Yeah, it's got very similar, but it hasn't. Yeah, it's not got that commercial nose to it. Feels more. I don't know. Feels more like, or smells more like it's a small batch. Okay, let's have a taste. That's got a lot more. That's a lot more complex. You got coffee, chocolate, the bitterness. There's a bitterness there. It's not overly bitter. So you're getting the hops as well. So that one is more complex. They're both very drinkable. But that's got a better mouthfeel. It's a lot more body on it. I can imagine sitting down and really enjoying that. This one, it feels like it feels a little bit more refreshing. It's a little bit thinner, and it doesn't taste as complex as this one. This has got a really nice bitterness to it, which is staying. It's on the tongue. It's just staying there. Again, it's floral. So now I don't know, because I used English hops, but I'm hoping that one's mine. I ain't got a clue. It's got more body, it's got more flavour. I'm not saying this is a bad drink, that's nice. It's just a bit thinner. Tell that by the colour as well, slightly. It's a bit thinner, so I'm hoping that isn't mine. It looks more like a brown ale to me than it does a porter. But it's still a nice beer. I don't know which one's what. I'll score whichever at the end when I find out. So I'm hoping that's mine, because that's the one I do prefer a little bit more. It's more complex. The bitterness is better for a heritage porter, which the idea is they went out. This one, or that one I did, was Crimean, and the other one's India. So the idea was they hopped them heavy for the travel. So I'm hoping that one's mine, and if it is, I'm pleased with that. But yeah, I'll ask the question. So, which one is commercial and which one's mine? Is the green one mine? The green one's mine?
Yeah.
I'm chuffed. That one's mine. I'm so glad that came out being mine, because that is more complex. It's got a better bitterness to it. It's not ridiculously bitter, but you can taste it. You got that hops coming through, but the coffee, chocolate from them. Very simple malts, I can tell you now. But this one is still a cracking beer. I'd enjoy that. And if I was to score this one, this is the Nevermore by Adnams and Thornbridge. What does it say? It's a collab brew. It's 5%. I would score that one. Just let me get my glasses so I can have a little read. I'd definitely score that 3 out of 4, because if I was in a pub and I'd seen it, I wouldn't refuse it. I'd definitely buy a pint. What does it say on the back? I'd be interested now to see if it's got English hops. So it says 2021 collaboration series focused on the journey towards a sustainable future working with like-minded breweries. Nevermore is inspired by a combination of Adnams Ghost Ship 4.5 and Thornbridge Brewery's Wild Raven, but reimagined using only UK hops. You can definitely tell UK hops. Named after Edgar Allan Poe's poem, The Raven, Nevermore Uses locally grown grain to add light toasted coffee notes. I was getting that coffee. Juicy pineapple, grapefruit and pine flavours from UK hop. Wasn't getting that. The result is an India porter that's bittersweet, just like Poe's Haunting Tale. So I don't think it tells you which hops it is. You can't see that. But definitely getting, you can tell an English hop really. But I wasn't getting the pineapple and grapefruit. It's a nice beer. It's a 3 out of 4 for me for definite. But it's got that commercial feel to it. That taste, and it's a little bit thin. That's why I say 3 out of 4, because if I've seen it in a pub, I'd buy a pint, I'd like to try that on the cask. Okay, my beer had, let's see, Chevalier malt, which is heritage malt, brown malt, black malt, and Demerara sugar. And then I used East Kent Goldings throughout, 120-minute boil, all the way through to a 10-gram dry hop of East Kent Goldings as well. Yeast was Windsor to try and leave a little bit of residual sweetness, which I think I'm getting on that smell. But that I really enjoy. So yeah, I'm glad that I've picked out mine over that, and I just think mine, like I say, the body, mouthfeel, and more complex. Okay, that's all for this one. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.